Hey, this is Jersey. You're listening to the Garden State.
You're listening to The Garden State, the only New Jersey podcast that gives you all the news you need to hear this week. My name is Josh Sobo.
My name is Josh Chomick.
And I'm Jordan.
Welcome back, Josh Chomick. Welcome back, Jordan.
I'm back home. Feels so good to be back, boys. I miss it. Like, guys, listening to you guys every single week is painful. It's great, but I'm like, I want to be there with you guys, and I'm happy to be here today.
Yeah, you've been missed a lot.
Have I?
Yeah.
Have you missed me?
Yeah. You know, I texted you the other day saying you had.
Yeah, you actually did. But you guys have been killing it. Seriously, it's very entertaining listening to you guys because being on the other side, I don't know what you're about to say. I don't know what takes you're gonna take, and I always laughing, editing all the episodes, and you guys did a great job. So thank you for holding down the fort for me.
So fill the listeners in. I know we said you were going on tour. You've been on tour.
Yeah, for what, 3? I missed like 4 episodes so far, something like that.
Yeah, and you're not. We took last week off for 4th of July. I should acknowledge that for the listeners. And then you went on tour with Yellow Card and Third Eye Blind,
the legends,
and Arizona.
Yes, so I work for Arizona doing video photo, and we're on the road with Third Eye Blind and Yellow Card. So we started in Spokane, Washington, early June, and now we're in the middle of the tour. This is my off day today. I legit leave tonight at 2. I just jumped off the bus, got an Uber, got my car, and now I'm here in the studio. So I can't wait to shower. I can't wait to rest a bit. But I wanted to make it for the episode, so thank you guys for pushing up the time for me. But then, we continue after today throughout the East Coast down to Florida, to Texas, and I'm back August 6th. But the tour has been absolutely incredible. It's a really cool opportunity I have to do this, and it's been fun.
So what's been your favorite city you've been to?
Dude, this is gonna sound so cliche, but nothing beats Jersey. Like,
that's not a city.
Also, okay, let me say this: we play amphitheaters, so we're playing PNC on the 14th. Yeah, we're playing PNC in Homedale on the 14th, but we play amphitheaters like that. Every amphitheater we're at it's like outside of a city. We're in the middle of nowhere, so I can't like go into a city while I'm there because it's just like I'm 30 minutes out of a city. I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing there. So all I have is an amphitheater. So that's been really my experience on this tour. So that's the tricky thing. You're not like in venues within cities, like a smaller tour would be.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, I don't really see much. Like, we're just exploring like the local areas and whatnot. But everywhere's pretty cool. Like, just being in an amphitheater is just, it's a pretty legendary thing to do, to play at an amphitheater. So it's like there's so much history at these amphitheaters. So it's really cool.
Is it amphitheater or amphitheater?
What do you think, Jordan?
I thought it was amphitheater.
Amphitheater.
You keep saying ampy, and I'm like, I lost track of thought.
Every day I'm just like amphitheater.
Ampa. I don't know.
Amputee.
You're probably pronouncing it the way it's spelled. But
Well,
I think
it's spelled AMPH. Amphitheater, but you don't say the PH, you know?
amphitheater.
What does Google say the...
so it's amphitheater. No, it's amphitheater.
Amphitheaters. But I've actually never been to PNC before, so I'm very excited. That's going to be my first time like doing a show at PNC.
Yeah.
So that's going to be pretty legendary.
And I'll be there.
And the Arizona boys are from Jersey, so it's a hometown show. Sobo, you're going to be there. Jordan's you're going to be there.
Yep.
Jimmy's going to be there. I'm going to give Zach a Garden State flag to wave around at PNC.
Awesome.
So that'll be pretty legendary to get like a shot there.
I've always wondered what backstage at PNC looks like. And I'm excited to say you put me on the guest list so I can finally figure out what's behind that stage.
How boring backstage areas are.
You think I could get on stage with Yellow Card to fill out like a middle school dream of mine?
Yeah, I can make that happen for you.
Okay.
Yeah, seeing Yellow Card every night, I'm just like, it's pure nostalgia. It's beautiful. Like, I go out there for like I don't watch the entire set every night, but like I'll go out there for the last 2 songs, and it's just like, dude, it hits so different. I'm like, what the heck? Like, I was listening to Yellow Card in middle school, and now I'm on tour with them. And they're just like really, really nice dudes, really humble, down-to-earth guys. So it's been an honor, and it's been a joy. So I'm happy to be back, though, today.
Yeah, welcome back.
For my quick off day. I'm also home next Wednesday. You'll be away, but I'll be on the episode next week with Jordan and Jim. So game over.
The wrecking crew.
It's always scary without Sobo here. You guys can do the podcast without me, no problem. But Sobo, like I said, you're the captain of the ship. But like when the captain's not here, who's driving?
Just gonna have to make a lot of edits, but he'll figure it out.
Maybe Jordan will take over.
Yeah, I'm taking his spot.
But
have the people been liking Jordan, you guys think? Like,
there's been a few comments. One person was like, can you explain who Jordan is? That was like weeks and weeks ago.
And we just didn't.
We said you were just a guy
You kept it very vague.
You guys have been working on Jordan's nickname. Still haven't found one.
Wait,
No, he's Michael Jordan.
someone texted me saying it should be Jersey Jordan.
Jersey Jordan.
Whoa.
Wait, I like that.
I'm Josh
he's
Oba. I'm
kinda-
Josh Troma. I'm Jimmy Parks. I'm Jersey Jordan. That's a sick name.
Wait, that
He's
sounds
kind of
good.
good.
Why not?
But then,
Or you could just say Jordan
what
Morris.
if I want to be Jersey Josh?
It's too late.
I
Because
already
you're
took
not
it.
Jersey Josh. You're Josh Sobo. You have your name in itself is a cool nickname.
I think the thing is with the nicknames, the second name's got to be the nickname. Jimmy Parks.
Okay.
So like,
So Jordan Jersey.
and Jordan,
No, that doesn't work at
it'd be
all.
Jordy Jersey.
Jersey, but like there's Jersey Jerry.
Jersey Jerry. That's
You know
true.
that it just rings well, like Jersey Jordan.
Jersey Jordan. Yeah, I like that. Maybe that'll stick.
Like
Okay.
next episode, you could be like, "I'm Jersey Jordan." Yeah, that's how you have to introduce yourself. You gotta claim that name. You gotta
I
run
just
with
got to take it. Yeah.
No, you have to take it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
We'll workshop that a little bit, and we'll see. We'll see if Jersey Jordan sticks. See what the listeners think. No, so it's good to be back, though. We were just saying how, so Jordan. People didn't know who he was. They wanted to know who he was, and then on our Instagram clips, a lot of people have been like, "Where's the other Josh? Where'd he go?" So
Yeah,
people did
someone's
miss
like,
you.
"Show me, come back."
So they did
Well, I'm
miss
back.
you. Yeah.
Back for a few weeks,
But-
but everyone should come through the PNC on Sunday the 14th.
Get tickets.
Yeah, get tickets. Come see Third Eye Blind Yellow Card in Arizona. I'll be hanging around the venue with Sobes and Jordan and Jim. Come say what up. It's gonna be a fun day.
Is Jimmy coming?
Yeah, Jimmy will be there.
Jimmy Parks will be there.
Jimmy's
So-
jumping on the tour for 3 shows. He's coming to Camden, Massachusetts, and PNC. So,
Cool. Wow, that sounds fun.
oh yeah, I guess Camden too. If you're from that part of Jersey, I keep forgetting we're playing Camden. That's like more of a Philly crowd.
Yeah, it's South Jersey. Camden.
We love you guys, sorta.
Camden. But yeah, good. Welcome back, Josh. I'm glad everything's been going well. You only got a few more weeks and then you're done.
Yeah, it went by so fast.
And then
It's actually sad.
we're moving on to fall here in New Jersey, getting ready for the fall. 4th of July is over. Jimmy, I wish he was here to talk about how he went to the fireworks. He saw the Macy's fireworks.
His pictures looked awesome. Did you guys see it?
No?
No.
He posted that on his story. It was really cool.
Maybe I did see it.
Did you guys do anything cool for 4th of July? What did you guys do?
I ran the four.
Well, you both ran.
Oh yeah, Jordan and I
Yeah,
were both
we
there.
were both there.
How did you guys do?
We ran the Firecracker 4-miler in Cranford, and we did fine. I mean, it was pretty miserable. It was very humid.
Jordan was extremely hot.
And
Did that make it more challenging?
for me, yeah, I did terrible time wise, but Jordan
Did you
really
run
well.
alongside Shelby, or she did her own time?
No, she runs slower than me, so she did her own pace.
She also had the carriage, right?
Yeah,
That's
so-
awesome.
But it was fun. That's a really cool local event. And next year we decided we're going back as the founding fathers. We're going to dress up as
You guys
fathers.
need to.
We're just presidents in general. We get to pick a president.
Yeah.
and run
You
as
guys
president.
could run. I'll do man on the streets.
Yes.
and
No, you should
interview
run
people.
too.
I can't run, dude.
Why not?
I mean, I
You
can run,
walk
but
it.
like I just don't. No, why would I walk that? But it was cool to see you guys all dressed up in your, running. You got your numbers and all that.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
No, it was a lot of fun.
It was fun. 4th of July. I mean, that whole week was so hot in Jersey. I'm sure the listeners can relate.
It wasn't like really foggy, like
It
at
was
the
just-
beach and stuff.
It was just very humid the whole week. The whole week's been.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been humid for a few weeks, but hot and humid.
Heat wave.
And yeah, but 4th of July was good. We went to the fireworks for the first time with June. She was kind of into them. Didn't really know what to think.
Photo was so cute. She was just sitting there staring.
Yeah, she had like her hands folded together like a little old lady. It was good. It was a good 4th of July. The week was nice. Swam a bunch, and that's pretty much it.
I love it. Ate a hot dog. No dogs.
At Costco, I did.
Jordan, do you have a hot dog?
I did.
Nice.
Hot
True
dog,
American.
hamburger,
True American right
wings,
here.
ribs, steak, everything.
Good.
Hey, I'm vegan, so
I was in a hotel room on 4th of July.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually so sad.
Did laundry. It was great. It's a
Were you
fun day.
lonely?
I was with, some of the other guys from the crew, but like
Okay.
it was an off day. So we're resting. I was catching up on edits, and no one really does anything on off days because we're all tired.
You didn't see a firework, even a
It
single
was,
one.
I was in Columbus, Ohio. Or no, I was in near Cleveland, and it was like rainy that day. So I saw like people doing local fireworks, but nothing big. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we actually have a story about that later. The fireworks.
Oh, so much has happened.
People lose their fingers every year. It seems.
No one ever learns from the stories that you hear.
I don't know.
People are idiots
It just always seems to happen.
every time.
But this week we don't have a mailbag, but there's a story I wanted to start with that wasn't in the lineup, but I think it's you know,
It's pretty crucial.
it's something we got to talk about. And I went on my Instagram last night. I talked about this. So I'm going to read it like a headline, and then we'll get into a little discussion
that.
here. So Pennsylvania got new license plates. Should New Jersey finally follow suit? That's the question I have for the people of New Jersey this week.
We've been talking about it for years since we started this podcast. The only goal of the podcast is to get New Jersey to get better license plates.
Yeah, and I mean, I've said from the beginning, I think it'd be a noble mission. I think we could pull it off. And I have to say, as much as it is easy to bash on Pennsylvania drivers, this new plate, I love it.
It's fire. It looks
think
really
it's-
cool.
I think that Pennsylvania crushed it, coming up on the 250th birthday
Wow.
of America
It's awesome.
in 2026, right? So that's the bicentennial was in 1976. So 50 years later,
That's insane.
Pennsylvania did a license plate redesign as well as the welcome signs into the state. And I think it looks great. I think it's a nicer license plate. And I think now when we're on the road with these PA drivers in front of us, we have to really consider how easy is it to make fun of them when we have these yellow license plates that are unrelated to anything, even in our state.
Like they're the ones laughing at us now. Like with their new license plates. They're like, you guys have this piss yellow license plate that looks disgusting. Well, look at our really cool looking license plates. So we can't be the laughing stock now.
Yeah, I just think that we should really push to get a new license plate. I'm interested to see what people think. I don't know how you could critique it. It's a red, white, and blue license plate with the Liberty Bell on it.
It's clean too.
Yeah, it looks
I like how
super
clean
clean.
it is.
I think it says "Let Freedom Ring" or something like that. PA license plate. Let me see.
And is it in effect already, Josh? Like, are
Yeah.
people getting it?
It says "Let Freedom Ring." It's going to come out spring 25. So they're
Oh, okay, next year.
they're preparing for 2026.
Compared
But-
to the old one, it's like, get rid of that yellow and blue, dude. It's like traditional colors. I love it.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect license plate for PA. And they could play on. It was funny. Someone DM'd me and they were like, "Oh, it's so Sixers coded, like the basketball team."
yeah.
And I'm like,
It's red, white, and blue.
the Sixers are so Pennsylvania coded. Like
Yeah.
that's the point. Is it's the birthplace of it's Philly.
It's good they got rid of that yellow. I never liked that yellow bar in the old license plate.
I don't know what it has to do with anything.
I know.
you
That's why the new one doesn't have any yellow in it. It looks perfect.
Yeah, so I give it a thumbs up.
Like, this
I
is the
think-
only time we're really like praising Pennsylvania for doing something, but like they did a good job. We have to give it to them.
Yeah, so I'd be interested to see, would people be open to a license plate contest? We could do our own redesign. We could host it. And the winner will take it to, the
Take it to
governor's
the
office.
Murph, yeah.
We'll take it to Governor Murphy. We'll make a ton of videos saying we have a new license plate and the people of Jersey have spoken
Yes.
in the form of social media. And we're ready to see this thing on cars.
Would you go back to the blue though? Like, say like we didn't redesign it and they were like, let's just go back to the classic blue. Would you be content with that, Josh? Or no, you want something brand new?
No, I think we need progress. I think the happy medium would be a new license plate. That's our general one. And as a vanity plate, you can get the blue.
Cool.
I think
I
that's
would
the
do
move.
that, yeah.
California really nailed it. They have a great license plate. It's just the white one with the red script at the bottom.
Yeah.
And you can also get a black plate where the letters then become yellow. And I think that is
Dude, those are so clean.
the coolest license plate you can get is the California vanity. Texas has a good plate. Georgia has a good plate. I mean, there's a lot of
New
great.
Mexico. Have you ever seen New Mexico?
Let me see. Is it
Look it up.
I don't know. I just love their license plate. They have got like a blue one and a yellow one. They just
the
look
very-
clean.
the turquoise
yo,
one?
They
you're
just
right.
look cool.
I like the black New Mexico one.
Yeah, the one with like
Even
the
like the
peppers on it.
teal one with the red in the middle, that red dot, that's pretty fire.
Yeah, I just think that Jersey deserves so much better. We call ourselves the Garden State. What I envision is similar to what I envision for our new state flag, which would be a green plate with, a cornucopia in the center of it of corn and tomatoes and
That
other
is sick.
stuff.
I don't think there's any
make it
green
so
plates.
vibrant. Make it so vibrant. Add that pine green, that Garden State green. We need green.
I think that would be the first green plate too.
No,
can't-
I think Vermont has a a really nice green plate.
Is theirs
and that's
green? Okay.
Yeah, and their color green plate is actually similar to what I had in mind, like a nice foresty,
this is-
gardeny green.
But you got to add some like bushes or trees into the texture.
No, that's what I'm saying. In the center, put some produce. We're the Garden State.
Yeah.
Like tomato. Put a big tomato in the center, or put some,
Blueberries.
some
come
just some. Yeah, we're the blueberry capital of the world. You could put a
No
whole.
one knows that. Like we got
bunch
to own
of-
that.
Yeah, you could throw a whole bunch of stuff there in the center and just say the Garden State on the bottom.
So simple. Like, why? But you know what people are going to say?
What?
There's bigger fish to fry.
Of course, there's always bigger fish to fry. And
that's why they're not touching
But
it.
the thing is, we pay enough in taxes, they could fry all the fish.
Yeah, exactly. I
Like
would love for them to fry all the fish.
We act like there's a limited amount of resource available here. Like
So they can only do this much.
they can only fix the license plates, but they can't fix the roads. Like, no, they can do both. I mean, how much time does it realistically take to approve a license plate? Like, just
Especially if we came to them with a design, just like, here, just approve it.
So here's to the listeners at home. And if you're watching this on Instagram or TikTok, would you engage in a license plate contest for New Jersey? Prize, we have to figure out what it is. The glory would really be the prize. Every time you get in your car for the rest of your life, people are driving around with your artwork on their car.
That's the prize.
That's pretty
yeah.
cool. I might design my own.
I'm gonna enter.
Yeah, well,
dude.
we could all do it. And then,
We'll do like a whole voting system or something at the end,
you know,
right? Or do we pick them?
well, I think we'd have to let the viewers pick, and then we could do a Garden State favorite based on what we think.
Cool.
But I think here's the issue. Here's where this is going to sound very anti-Josh Sobo in most of my takes. I don't think when it comes to how do I phrase this in a way that doesn't sound ridiculous? When it comes to things dealing with art, I don't want it to be democratic. I don't want the general person to decide.
Okay.
Because have you driven past the general person's house?
It's pretty standard.
How many houses have you driven past where you're like, oh my, that's a beautiful home? It's like, would you say 1 out of 10 is a home where you're like, that's beautiful?
Well, it depends on what neighborhood I'm in, but right.
I guess. Yeah, but there's beautiful homes ever. I mean, like you could see a nice, a really well kept, classy house.
Also, you can't trust everyone with a good eye.
Well, that's
a lot of people don't have a good eye
like,
for art.
What I'm saying is, I don't think when it deals with the artistic, because these are not elected problems like a license plate or a rebrand of the state flag. I don't need the state people to vote on it. I think that's a bad idea.
Cool.
I think get the best artists in the state to come together and let them decide for us because they will know that's their gift, the artistic stuff. They will know what's good for New Jersey. I'm not interested in hearing Joe Schmo, the guy that, there's people that have, they don't have a creative bone in their body.
Yeah.
And they're gonna get the vote. I don't think so. I'm not into that. I think let's sacrifice democracy. Let's surrender it and allow some freakishly talented people to go, hey, here's what's going to make your car look nice. Here's the colorway that's going to be beautiful. And
That'd be insane if we could pull this off.
Is that messed up to say?
No, because this is not like a voting issue. It's just like, let's let the artists do what they're good at and do, make a good plate.
But also, I think the opposite can be true, where it's like, you go to an art museum and you're like, who decided that this should be here? Because it's horrible.
Yes. So that's
so
why.
It's like, who's the person that gets to decide?
No, you're completely right. That's a very good point. Is especially postmodern art tends to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
We all look at it and we're like, these people are out of their minds. I'm saying we contract. Like there was a guy that was big 10 years ago. Well, he's a very famous graphic designer, Aaron Draplin. He designed a logo for the Bicentennial. This guy does there's a lot of artists that do very classic professional design. We get somebody like that on a panel of other people that people could vote on that, I guess. I don't know. But we don't just go get like an SVA art student that does drip paintings. We go get like actual professionals, like an agency.
Yep.
And then we go, hey, here's the vision. We want it to be like the PA one looks like it'll be cool for the next 100 years.
Does it say in any of those articles who actually designed it?
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Or was it like a team of people? 'Cause I don't think they're going to shout out one person who designed it. I don't think so, but just curious.
Yeah, I can't figure it out, but I'm sure it was some.
It's so mysterious. I like it.
I'm sure they hired some agency to do it. Regardless, I just think
They crushed it, man.
to have the Liberty Bell and let freedom ring on your license plate, pretty cool. I just think we could do better in Jersey.
Totally. 100% better.
People can be mad at me. I don't think a license plate selection should be a democratic process. So let's get into some actual news here.
News!
Let's
Missed this.
let's figure out what's really going on in the Garden State.
In Jersey. New Jersey. Welcome to New Jersey. Jordan, I'm pumped, bro.
Are you?
I'm pumped you're here, dude. I miss Jimmy, but I'm happy you're here. If Jimmy was available today, I was going to say you should also be in the episode because it's just more fun. Yeah, I was going to have you sitting right next to me.
That wouldn't be awkward for you?
No.
Me just staring at you.
I like when Jordan's here. Don't you agree, Josh? I think he's a good kid.
Yeah, I like when Jordan's here.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the news, though. Let's move on. Time to go. A new EV registration fee is now in effect in New Jersey.
It's actually happening. We talked about this.
Yeah,
and now if you have an EV, you got to pay.
Yeah, people are going to have to pay.
It's like $200 or something, bro, a year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hefty fee. Here's what it says: a few days ago, New Jersey electric vehicle owners started to feel some effects of state budget concerns. According to E&E News by Politico, they cite the financial woes are far from over since they are compounded by the erosion of gas tax revenues. As of July 1, EV owners now have to pay a yearly registration fee beginning at $250, which will then increase $10 per year. In July 2028, it will finish off at $290, according to the governor's office. So this money will then support various transportation infrastructure efforts and projects made possible through the Transportation Trust Fund, which was most recently reauthorized in March by Governor Murphy. So the governor's office mentions the fund has been around since 1984 and has been reauthorized a number of times. The gas tax and the sales tax traditionally helped the fund, according to the New Jersey Monitor. So what do you guys think? This is crazy.
When they say the fund has been around since the 80s, what's that they're referring to?
So this fund that the money's going into has been around since the 80s, but this tax is going to be basically revitalizing the fund. It says the amount is going to be over $61 million in the latest fiscal year, and come fiscal year 2029, the office projects the number to be $207 million.
Wow.
So the state is struggling with cash right now. This is why we just imposed a 2.5% tax on businesses for NJ Transit. There's all these different areas where we need money and funding right now. And I think New Jersey residents got to ask themselves, are you okay with 100% tax of your life?
The people are not okay with it. Based off our comments, people are fed up.
I mean, I think it's crazy that things just keep getting more expensive. I just feel like it's almost cliche to even talk about. We say it so many times over and over again, but a $250 annual fee, that's crazy.
Rising, yeah.
If it was $10 a year, I'd go, all right, $10 a year,
it's $250 now.
$250 in a time where people are struggling financially.
Yeah, not a good time.
Like, think about this. Groceries are more expensive. And we're also talking about by 2035, Governor Murphy said his goal was that this would be a totally electric state. We're going electric cars.
It's crazy.
It just feels like these politicians are very out of touch with what regular Americans are feeling right now. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, a lot of people are fed up with Murphy and the administration, and you could see it in their comments. But, dude, everything's getting more expensive.
$250. What do you think, Jordan?
Imagine owning an EV and then just finding out now. It's like, oh, now you owe $250 a year.
I think their logic though is that if you own an EV, you probably have money.
It.
Yeah.
But EVs are not that expensive. Certain ones.
Yeah, but
it's the same price as a normal car.
Like, it's like a newer thing. So like if you're buying a newer car, they're probably assuming you have money.
That's ridiculous though.
And like they're taxing people who have
money.
money. That's probably their thought process.
I think the issue with that is with cars in our culture, I don't think most people get cars reflective of their social status. I think people get cars they can't afford. Most people.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, 100%. I know too many people who do that.
I mean, like, I just think that, people, I know a lot of people with Teslas that are not wealthy at all. That they just get them because it's, they can lease it. And I think someone told me they got a crazy tax credit when they got their Tesla. It was like $8,000 off. So you're talking about a car that's maybe in the low 30s after that?
A lot of Uber drivers driving Tesla too.
Really?
I've gotten picked up by Tesla countless times in Uber.
It's kind of crazy. I mean, I don't know how they can get away with this type of stuff. It just seems very ridiculous, but I guess that's the state we live in. I'm surprised.
And everything's going to stay the same. The roads are there's still going to be tons of potholes everywhere. The roads are going to be a mess. Raised tolls still. It's like, what's changing?
Well, the cat's out of the bag. Here's the thing is, I think everything the state does is just playing catch up with inflation, playing catch up with salaries, playing catch up with pensions. There's never like a moment where the cost of goods is just getting extremely cheaper and they go, okay, well, we have a surplus of, we have extra money. Let's just let's do tax breaks this year for the
Yeah,
residents.
right. You're
Well,
right.
that's the issue, is that the government never gets smaller.
Yeah, it expands.
It only expands. So it's like it only ever goes up.
Yep.
You never get the situation where it's like, oh, we have a budget surplus and
It's
we're
never
gonna
good.
cut
It's
taxes.
never
you
good
know,
news.
We're gonna cut this or that. It's like, nope, we're just gonna add.
It's true.
We need more money to keep funding.
Yeah. Jordan, you open a can of worms there.
Did I?
No, I mean, I agree with you.
He
but
should just leave it for the comments. Let the comments run with it.
I
It's
think everybody's gonna agree
the government never does get
Yeah,
smaller.
100%.
The government never does.
on any level.
On any level, if it's there, it's almost like everything's set in cement. It's like, oh, you know what we need this year? We need a group to figure out. And that's why, well, actually, no. When they do, what is it called? When they bring together a task force. That's why that term is so interesting. A task force is a group that can be dissolved. But instead, we don't do, like if they did this doesn't require a task force, but anytime the federal government brings together a task force, let's say to figure out the bridge situation in Baltimore, they bring together like an emergency task force. That eventually will be dissolved. But in most cases, you create positions, then there's pensions attached to that, and people are like, well, I'm in that for the next 30 years here in New Jersey, or 25 years, depending on your pension. And then you're locked. And then you're locked even after they retire when you're paying out these pensions. And I mean, I have family members that have New Jersey state pensions or even local municipality pensions. And it's wild when you think about like police and fire. If let's say the firefighter dies on the job, the state's still going to pay out the pension to the wife, which I think is a great thing that we do that, but they'll pay it out until she dies.
Yeah.
And I think in some cases there's like next of kin situations where they can get something out of it as well. So it's like, it's a beast.
And the issue is like, how do you stop it? Because they're paying into it.
Yeah.
But eventually it's like, you can't sustain it. It's the same thing with like Social Security, where it's like, we're all paying into it, but there's a 0% chance we're ever going to get that money back. So it's like somebody eventually has to get cut off.
Yeah. Chris Christie tried to play with the pensions and it did not bode well for him. And I think they'd have to grandfather people. And that's the only way it could work. If they said, hey, we're grandfathering in police officers and fire and, whoever, the local DPW guys from this year on or this year prior, you're in. But they'd have to give like a ramp. Like starting 2030, we are going to eliminate.
But the issue is, and it's the same thing with Social Security, the people currently paying into it are paying for the other people. So if you say that you can't, you no longer have a pension, they're not going to pay into it. So now they don't have all that money coming in to pay for
You're right. They can't fund the people that.
So that's the issue. Social Security, they're just living off of what we're paying into it because they already spent all that money.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're right. I never thought about it like that. I never considered the fact that, Well, Social Security, I saw someone do a numbers breakdown. Great idea, but I'm convinced it's like theft at this point.
Yeah.
Because if I put that same amount of money in a 6%, let's say a 7% index fund over the course of my life, I saw someone do the numbers. It's like you'd have millions of dollars versus the return is just not nearly as good.
No.
So yeah, I mean, that all upsets some people, but I think again, another good intentioned idea that's gone awry. So they can't get rid of it now because there's people dependent on it. There's people that are basing
that's the issue.
They're basing their whole retirement on Social Security, and they're not going to get anything out of it. They're going to get.
But eventually, it comes to the point where they just won't have the money for it.
It's going to be bad.
It's going to be really bad.
That's when America goes communist. I feel like people really freak out and go haywire. All right. So on that note, since we're on an uplifting note about communism,
very positive.
Let's move on to another story here. The temporary paper license plates are officially being banned by the New Jersey Department of Motor Vehicles.
Those paper plates that you get when you first buy a car and they're on your car for a few weeks, they're going bye-bye.
Yeah, it's titled the Ghost Tag.
The Ghost.
It says the infamous New Jersey Ghost Tag is heading to the graveyard. New Jersey's temporary paper tags, typically issued by auto dealers when a new or used vehicle is sold, that were easy to counterfeit as ghost tags, will be replaced by a tougher to fake version under a new state law that's beginning to be implemented. The temporary registration tags will have a new format and will be printed on new paper that utilizes enhanced security features for the purpose of preventing forgery or duplication of the temporary registration tag, said William Connolly, an MVC spokesperson. So I guess this is a really big issue. I didn't know that this was a big issue for the state of New Jersey, that people fake license plates.
Yeah, dude.
It says in 2023, the MTA and police impounded 143 vehicles owing $3.2 million. 143 vehicles owing $3.2 million in tolls and fines during multiple enforcement blitzes at the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. So, yeah, this is, it seems like it's a pretty significant thing. Port Authority police issued 5,861 toll evasion related summonses, including 4,446 summonses to drivers with obstructed, missing, or fictitious license plates.
Jeez. People are faking them.
People are faking it. Ghost tags enable a vehicle to be driven that is uninsured, unregistered, or often driven by unlicensed individuals. Excuse me. So you have people that don't have a license.
Yep.
Their car's not insured.
Not good.
Their car's not registered, and they're cruising with a fake license plate.
Yep.
So
yeah, I'm curious what these new temporary plates are going to look like with this new paper they're talking about.
it's a new form of paper. It's probably gonna be really nice.
Probably is.
What you just like
beautiful.
when I got my car in 2022, my new car, it took only a week for my license plate to arrive. It was actually really
I was gonna
quick.
say when I got my car, they gave me the plates at the.
You got it day of?
Yeah.
Wow.
At the dealership,
Okay.
they just gave me plates.
Yeah, so I think I only had the paper plate for like a week. It was so quick.
Yeah, getting a license plate feels very.
But some people it takes like a month. Like that's the thing.
It's kind of weird. First time I got license plates for a car I bought, we go to the DMV, and they just kind of hand you license plates. They're like, "Oh, here you go." It just feels very. I don't know. I can't put it into words.
With the
Unofficial?
actual license plate or like the fake one?
No, when you get the actual license
Yeah.
plates at the DMV, you show up and you fill out the form, and they're like, "Oh, here's your license plate." You're just kind of like, "That's it." Like I expected. I don't know. I thought they'd be mailed to me in a package or something. The way it's just so casual.
Yeah, they just hand it to you.
Thought they had to like at the prison they had to like stamp it with the big machine and.
Oh, I
mail
wish
it
they
out.
still made them like that. They're not
Yeah.
3D like that anymore.
Yeah, they're not. They're flat and boring.
So does it say when this goes into effect, or has it gone into effect already? That's what I was looking for in the article.
No, it doesn't give a date, but I'd imagine sometime later this year this is going to happen. And we'll see. We'll see what the impact is.
Yeah, see if it actually helps, or if people just find another way to rig the system like they always do.
That's the funny thing is the state is always figuring out new fees, and people are always trying to play games to get around them.
Always.
So, yeah, EV fees and tolls, and on one hand, it's absolutely immoral to
this up.
to cheat, steal, lie. On the other hand,
It's from the government, so
they're doing it to
You're
the
doing it.
government.
Yeah, people hate the government.
No, I mean, I think you got to do your thing. You should just leave the state if you can't hang. But I don't endorse crime.
I mean, it's kind of genius if you think about it. Because I feel like you don't really suspect someone with a temporary plate. Like you don't think of anything of it, and you could just drive through all the tolls and not have to pay anything.
I have thought about that before, though. I will say I have thought while I'm driving, like, if you get pulled over with a temporary plate, it's very easy to be like, oh, it's a new vehicle. I just bought it. I'm getting the stuff, and I don't know. I just
That's the thing. That's why it's like unsuspecting, because it's like it's basically a way of driving around without a tag. But
Yeah.
it's like, oh, they just got the car.
Yeah. There's leniency there.
Yeah, because if you just don't have a tag on, then obviously you're
Okay,
going to be noticed.
I could get behind that, Jordan. I almost called you Jimmy. Ooh.
Ooh,
Do you want to be called Jimmy?
it would be kind of
You,
nice.
you keep on doing that every episode. There's like one part you're always like Jimmy Jordan.
Yeah, I'm like when I was growing up, I had 3 brothers. My parents would always say, Jesse, Kyle, Josh, because they could never just
Same with my parents.
get. Were
Since
you
we all start with J too.
J. Josh Jordan?
Yeah, and then we call my sister Emily.
Emily. Oh.
Gemily. I think this says there's gonna be a planned launch in 2025. So
Okay, 2025.
you still got time to get away. If you got some fake plates on you listening to this right now,
We should try it.
go for it, dude. Film
I've
it.
actually done it before.
What, you faked a license plate?
Not faked it, but had a temporary tag. My friend had one, and we went on a trip, and he just didn't pay any tolls because
Where did the money go?
I don't know.
Oh,
This is
drove there all
this
the
is the
time.
issue. This is why we have to do. This is why we can't have nice things like temporary.
I would
wait.
do it. I was just with somebody.
Oh, it's my friend.
Wait.
My friend did it, but I just sat in his car.
You just held in that piece of information this whole conversation.
Yeah.
You went on a road trip,
Yeah.
and the car had temporary tags.
Yeah.
Was it a rental? Was it a brand new car?
No, he just bought it.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's not really his fault, right?
No, I mean, he didn't have tags and he didn't have Easy Pass either. So we just went through the Easy Pass part and never got charged for it.
You ever see the magnetic leaves?
Yeah, where you stick them.
Yeah, it's a
Or
magnet.
like a little oil spill or whatever.
Wait, where?
So people get these leaves that look like after, you know, when it's like a rainy, windy night in the fall and leaves stick to stuff?
Yeah.
So people get a leaf that sticks to the license plate.
So it's like covering it.
It covers it.
People are scumbags, dude.
I think it's hilarious.
They actually sell that. That's so funny.
Yeah, I think it's.
I've seen ones because I watched this video where they were
And
showing
they're like, "Oh, a leaf fell on my license plate."
yeah, I mean, you have like an excuse. But I've seen ones where
People
they
are
have
the
like a whole
worst.
system in place where like something like slides down to cover their license
Oh,
plate.
I've seen. Yeah, we've
Or, like,
we've
they-
done
they
stories
flip
about that
up and
before.
stuff.
Yeah, there's like a curtain that covers it going. Into
Yeah.
it's wild. Like, people are very smart.
All right, let's move on here. A woman in New Jersey escaped death after a tree fell through her roof while she was watching TV.
Does it say what she was watching? Was like Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy or something like that?
I was trying to figure that out.
It would have been pretty
too.
electric, like midway.
I think it would give a lot of context
Yes.
to the conversation. But it says a New Jersey woman is lucky to be alive Thursday after a mammoth tree crashed through her home while she was watching TV on the couch amid severe weather a day ago. Her husband was in a separate area when it happened, and he administered first aid until police arrived at their home in Park Ridge. The woman was taken to Hackensack Hospital but has since been released. Power remained out in her area Thursday morning. She was among nearly 43,000 customers in the state without it. Storms produced abundant lightning, and some produced damaging wind and hail late Wednesday afternoon into the evening hours. The storms brought hail and wind damage in the form of downed trees while moving east from the Midwest. So people lost power. This
And for context, this was like a few weeks ago. So
this is an older story, but this lady is
I think the head, like, what we got to inspect here is the photo. Like, look where that tree fell. Kind of just like sliced through the house.
trees. Sometimes I just sit and I look at trees and I'm like, if it falls, we're dead.
Yeah.
You could just move over.
Oh, I didn't think
What if
about
you're
that.
sleeping, Jordan? Can you just move over when the tree's falling
That's
on
true.
you?
I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often.
Well, that's
though.
why, like, if you have an old tree like right next to your house, like we all live next to tons of trees. Like, if there's an old dying tree, you got to chop that thing down.
Yeah.
Especially if it's going to be leaning over to your
leaning
house.
near
Yes.
your house. But I'm surprised, like with the amount of trees,
Well, trees
like
are
just
also really
driving around.
strong, yeah.
But I have a cool story. I actually just saw, I think it was 2 years ago. I saw a tree fall just like out of the blue. It wasn't even windy.
It was a big tree.
It was a big tree.
Wow.
Literally just tipped over. I'm like, that's like a once in a lifetime thing.
My
Lucky it didn't fall on me,
My
though.
parents' neighbors have one of the biggest trees I've ever seen. The trunk has got to be like, if we wrapped our arms around it, it'd be like all three of us putting our arms around it.
Yeah,
really?
I'm assuming
It's
it
huge.
is still healthy and alive.
It looks healthy, yeah, but I always would sit in my backyard and just go, if that fell over, our whole house is gone. It's
It's kind of
big.
freaky.
The whole house is gone.
Yeah.
All it would take is for, I don't know, maybe it got infected and we don't realize.
And it's like, whatever, the house could be replaced, but the scary part is it's like, what if your family's sleeping? And that's when it happens.
Yeah.
That's what's scary about trees. And you got to make sure your trees are not dead around you. You
Yeah.
got to cut those things down.
But look,
Look at that house.
She's lucky to be alive.
Imagine she's just sitting there and a tree just breaks the walls down. You're just sitting there like, wow. An inch closer, she would have been dead.
She won a fight with a tree. That's very impressive.
Also, the issue is getting a tree cut down is so expensive. So people are just like, they'll push it off because they don't want to spend thousands of dollars on a tree removal service to get a tree out.
Yeah.
Even though it kind of is necessary to save your life. Like my parents have some dead trees in their backyard that need to be cut, but like they just
it
haven't
costs-
done it
yeah,
because
it's
it costs
thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
Like, people don't realize how expensive that stuff is.
It's definitely is something that people don't think about, and I think it also is. I know someone that cuts down trees for a living, and very, very busy right now.
Yeah.
because there's not a lot of people doing it. I mean, if you want to start a business with me, I'm happy to learn.
I just don't. You ever see those guys like where they have the pegs on their shoes and they're climbing up the trees?
Yeah.
Dude, I see TikToks of that all the time. It's terrifying. Those guys have a cool job, but it's
I used to work
freaky.
for a tree service like that. And
Oh, cool.
with the guy climbing. And
Did you used to climb, or you were on the
I
ground?
didn't climb. No, I would just
Was
like
that the promotion?
I would do the ropes.
Was that the next level if you stayed at the job? Like, would you
no,
climb
I was
eventually?
not gonna ever do that.
Okay.
It's so dangerous.
Did you guys ever see the video of the guy that got hit in the face with the tree?
Oh, didn't his face get messed up?
Did you see that, Jordan?
No.
Yeah, there's a video of a guy who was cutting down a tree, and I guess it sprung back and smacked him in the face.
What the chainsaw did, or the
No, the tree.
Like half his face was missing.
Yeah.
It was one of those videos that I don't know who sent it to me, but I'm like, I'm not into that kind of stuff. It drives me nuts when people send me that stuff where it's like,
Yeah, like I didn't want to see that.
I didn't need to, I could have gone on throughout my day without seeing that, but he survived. But there's just crazy people die all the time that's a very dangerous job.
From
Super
nature.
dangerous.
All right, let's move on to something also dangerous.
Is it a little more positive or not really?
It's neutral in Manville, New Jersey.
Oh, Manville.
Oh man, and these are men. I'll say in Manville, we're dealing with some real men right here.
Menville.
In Manville, New Jersey, a father-son duo unintentionally blew up their neighborhood with fireworks this past weekend.
Just some brilliant minds out in Manville. Let's make some homemade explosives to entertain the neighborhood with. Great idea.
So, yeah, a father and son were charged with launching an explosive device in a park that left a man with serious injuries. Deputy Police Chief Craig Jeremiah said a signal cannon, a device designed to create a large boom and smoke, blew up and sent shrapnel into several vehicles and homes near Cooper Street in the Lost Valley section around 8:15 p.m. Saturday. A 34-year-old man attending a nearby block party was injured in his torso and flown to Robert Johnson University Hospital with serious
They
injuries.
flew him in. That's how you know it was serious.
There's shrapnel. It's like a...
Yeah.
So witnesses told CBS New York that the shrapnel struck a car parked in a driveway, shattering the windshield and putting a hole in the siding of the house. Like how
This
do people...
thing was massive.
It's not funny at all, but like you got to be like, what in the world?
We're laughing because it's so stupid. Like, why do you need to make such a big explosion? Does that entertain you?
The New Jersey State Police bomb squad was called to the park after the explosion. Thomas Kaiser, 60 of South Plainfield, and Eric Kaiser, 28 of Monmouth Junction section of South Brunswick, were attending another party in the neighborhood when they set off the device, officials said. They were charged with 4th-degree aggravated assault, 3rd-degree possession of an explosive device, and 3 counts of criminal mischief. They were released with a court date. Oh, they're done, man. This is like an act of terrorism.
Just light up a tiny little mortar or something. Like, why do you got to make a homemade bomb?
Well,
essentially,
what I'm trying to figure out is did they intend to try to kill people, or were they trying to put on a fireworks show and something went terrible?
No, I think they were just trying to put on a cool show for them. They'd be like, look at us, look what we made, look at our, what is it called? Like, they said it in the beginning of the article, but like that, it's crazy. There's no need to make that.
In the beginning of the article, they said it?
Signal cannon.
What is a signal cannon?
I've never heard of it before, but yeah, apparently it's called a signal cannon.
Maybe it's like
who
for
cares?
flares. Like a signal cannon, something that launches a...
it's like those things?
Oh, like a cannon. I don't know, man. Listen, all I know is...
Like, why are people always looking for something greater? Like, why can't they just settle with like a mortar?
Listen, the American spirit is unbroken. That's all.
Like normal fireworks. Why do you got to make a bomb?
What possesses you to try and make a homemade firework?
It's like
just
dude,
buy one.
look at the damage you just caused. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth the count. Like it's not worth now getting charged with something for doing something so stupid. The 4th of July just brings out the craziest in people.
Yeah, I mean...
Just light up a firework.
I think it's a crazy situation. Thankfully, it sounds like the man who was injured is going to be all right, but these gentlemen...
Yeah, thank God no one died. That's the main thing.
Yeah, and Thomas and Eric Kaiser are going to have to deal with the law now. I mean, you know, I don't know if a judge will take into account it's the 4th of July weekend and they were trying to blow up a firework, but I mean, clearly something went terribly wrong. But I will say, here's what I will say. And this is the one part of this that's...
It's a great memory.
Well, no, these... you know what? I always get mugshots and license photos confused. These are their driver's license photos, I'm guessing.
Can you open that bigger? Just right-click, open it. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Cute father and son.
Little father-son duo, man. You know, and they were just trying to, I guess, have a good time. I don't know.
They were creating new memories, man.
And they set off an explosive, so they're domestic terrorists now.
Damn, that's crazy.
So let's move on to our last story here. Every story is connecting beautifully, by the way, from
It's
license
really
plates to explosions and now onto wildfire. So this week, New Jersey had its largest wildfire of the season, burning 4,300 acres in Tabernacle, New Jersey.
And Josh, what was the cause of this wildfire?
Fireworks, baby.
Boom, boom, boom. 4th of July, baby. Let's light up some fireworks in the state forest and see what happens.
Yeah. So at 8 p.m. on Monday, July 8th, the New Jersey Forest Fire Service reached 90% containment of a 4,300-acre wildfire in the area of Batona Campground in Apple Pie Hill and Wharton State Forest. Forest Fire Service staff will remain on the scene and continue to monitor control lines and address areas of concern until significant precipitation occurs to ensure the public safety. So this is a statement actually from the Forest Fire Service. It says fireworks have been identified as the cause of the Tea Time Hill wildfire, which is burning near the Batona Campground in Apple Pie Hill. The New Jersey Forest Fire Service led the investigation in collaboration with the New Jersey State Park Police and the New Jersey Division of Fire Safety and the Burlington County Fire Marshal's Office. A fireworks device lighted inside the forest ignited the fire late Thursday, July 4th, and the Apple Pie Hill fire tower discovered the fire shortly after 9 a.m. Friday, July 5th. Anyone with further information about the fire can give them a call at 1-844-PARK-TIP. I don't know if they've caught these people or not, but what we do know is fireworks were the cause. So
Dude, people are just so irresponsible.
They're going to figure out who it is.
It's so easy to just be safe with fireworks if you really want to play with fireworks.
You know what's crazy is forest fire investigations. They're pretty legit. I think
it's so cool.
And everything is on ring doorbells now. So you figure I feel like they have traffic cameras, ring doorbells, and everything. They'll know every car in the area, and then they'll have tire tracks going into the forest.
Also, I think people have trail cams in forests.
Yeah, there's going to be trail cameras with people looking for deer. These people are not going to get away with this. But the question is, what kind of penalty do you give for somebody that lights 4,300 acres of wild forest on fire?
Definitely a good fine.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I think people think it'll never happen to them, and then it does, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah,
you know?
But also, like, you're in Wharton State Forest, you shouldn't be lighting fireworks off in the middle of a forest.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like one little spark. There you go.
Yeah, I think people don't understand wildfires happen all the time. Even in New Jersey, people are surprised. We shared a video a year ago of a wildfire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are like, oh my gosh,
like, what in the world?
forest is dying.
We have a wildfire season in New Jersey.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw some comment on Reddit, dude. It was so stupid. Someone's like, no one's talking about all the poor animals that died because of these people who lit off fireworks. And then people were like, these animals are used to wildfires. It's natural. Most of them are safe and they know how to get away.
Yeah, I mean...
so the animals are fine.
Animals sense danger. I think we got to get the Bambi image out of our brains.
Yeah, this is healthy for the forest, too.
The animals run when they smell the smoke, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure maybe some animals died, but, I don't think that's the bigger concern.
Is it healthy for the forest? So
yes.
Yes.
Should we be celebrating them?
No.
I think...
Because a natural fire, but no, this was not supposed to burn like this.
If it happened from lightning, it's an indifferent topic, I feel like. We do controlled burns, though, in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Where they go around, they light the forest on fire.
Well, maybe that's what these guys are trying to do.
A controlled fire with fireworks?
I don't know.
Without contacting the New Jersey Forest Fire Service? I don't think that goes down really well.
I don't know.
I think it's a great idea.
I'm not gonna assume their intentions.
Well, I think that's wise.
Unless it was a homemade firework, then...
Do you guys light up your own fireworks on 4th of July or no?
This year I didn't. Last year I did. I got one of those little ShopRite packages of little ones.
I used to do like the big mortars years ago when we were like younger.
Yeah, remember?
Pretty sure you were in my backyard.
We used to light those off.
Remember the one time we went to a park and put a bucket on top of it and made a massive... Yeah, we were stupid. Like, we used to do the big mortars. Now I don't have that rush anymore. I haven't bought a firework in 10 years.
Here's all I'll say.
It doesn't do it for me.
As much as I could, really bash on these people that did this. There was a time where we went to a park... You and
Continue.
We put a 5-gallon bucket over a mortar launcher. We cut a hole in it and then put a cake on top of it.
Yes.
and we blew up the cake.
It was a very loud explosion.
It was super loud because the bucket river echoed
We didn't
the
realize
bang,
it was going to do that.
and the cake blew up like 100 feet. Joe, we were so stupid.
But the difference, Josh, we did it in an open field.
Yeah, no,
we
for
weren't
sure.
in an actual forest with trees and plants all around us.
Yeah,
This
that's
was an open
stupid.
field where we weren't going to light anything on fire.
Did you know we did that? That was for PJ's birthday.
Yeah,
No.
we did. It
It was like PJ's 10th birthday.
isn't there like evidence online somewhere of this?
I think so. So a family friend's son was in the hospital at the time, and they were like, "Hey, could you make a video for his birthday?" And we were like, "Oh,
We're going to make this epic.
we're gonna make a video." So we went and got a massive mortar, like a big one, the size of a grenade, and we put a bucket over it, and we cut a hole just big enough for the mortar to go through the bucket because we needed a way to hold the cake over the mortar launcher. And dude, it was awesome.
It was so loud.
The cake blew up. I wonder if that video is.
Is it on your channel or my channel?
Let me see if I can find it.
No, maybe it's yours.
I think it was on mine.
I feel like we
Is
should
it-
probably do that again.
Is that listed?
I don't think so. Let me see. I could probably find it right now. Give me 30 seconds. here.
Please, I want to see this because I don't remember this at all.
We did this the night before in a park. Yeah, so that's
Wait. Was that a
was
fake
great.
explosion I added?
I think you edited.
It sounded so.
I think you added a.
Okay,
fake
the one in the park was louder. And I think that was a test
Yeah, well,
run.
we did it the night before as a test to see if it would. We needed proof of concept, and we did it the night before, and it was so loud, and it was nighttime.
So people definitely. I think a car alarm went off. Like when it went off, it was crazy.
So yeah, that concludes that story. That's the last story of the day.
I'm glad we're past 4th of July weekend. Hopefully, no more crazy fireworks stories come out until next year.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think we'll be good until next 4th. Jordan, any closing remarks?
I had a thing once when I was watching fireworks. These people decided to set some off near us.
Yeah.
And they tipped over. And I have a video of it.
And
But
did it come toward you?
and
Were they
were
big fireworks?
Yes. And they were shooting at because I go every year to Barnegat Bay and just watch the fireworks all along the shoreline. But these people set them up right near us and we're setting them off.
Did it hit you?
It didn't hit me, no, but I have a video of it. I'll show you.
And it just coming right toward you?
Yeah. So
Dude,
after that,
I don't trust anyone with fireworks.
That's
dude.
why
Get
I'm
fireworks away from me.
yeah. After that, I'm never gonna light off fireworks because that was just
The
so
rush
dangerous.
is gone, dude. The rush is gone.
That's when you scream, "Put it in reverse, Terry." That's your moment.
Exactly. Yeah.
But hey, guys, this lady outside our studio has been on the phone since before we started, walking in circles.
It's right, dude. She's been on the phone for a minute.
Oh boy! All right, let's wrap it up here. Thank you everybody for listening. We'll be back next Friday
Without you.
without me.
It's okay. You take the week off, brother.
Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be nice.
I'll be here with Jor and Jim, Jersey Jordan,
Jersey
Jimmy
Jordan.
Parks. The crew will manage to fly the ship somehow, one way or another.
Fly the ship. So when you say I'm the captain of the ship, you're talking about a spacecraft,
An airship.
an airship. Nice.
Or no, I was thinking about the Titanic, like a cruise ship. But
Okay.
you could still fly a ship like that.
It might be the Titanic next week.
Maybe me and Jordan will prepare a skit or something cool.
We should
Right?
We should do 10 rehearsals of the podcast beforehand.
Before can we just
heavily scripted?
Have you ever shouted out your TikTok on here? Do you want to keep that hidden or can we talk about that really quick?
Why don't we talk about it next week? So we
Okay,
have
fine.
something
We
else
can
to talk about.
because Jordan is a celebrity on this, and he's a very talented human being with lots of entertaining videos on the internet.
Jordan is bigger than the Garden State. He has
he has more followers than us.
way
and
more followers than us.
See, everyone's like, "Who's Jordan?" Jordan has a pretty amazing TikTok, and if you happen to find it, you'll be entertained.
pretty
We can
easy to
talk more
find.
about it next week, but
Yeah.
because I want to talk about the 60-minute video we have to make.
Okay.
All right. And with that, let's wrap it up. Thank you everybody for listening. We'll see you next Friday. Later.
Later.
See ya.
You're listening to the Garden State. The Dirty Jers.